Okay, so today we got a new Warman bridge come in. It's the higher mass one, slightly different to the one I got on the Fender VM, but we'll see. This is the green J&D. I made a video the other day where I upgraded a Fender high mass bridge on the SX guitar, and that's going to need a neck shim, but it's not so bad. I mean, it's gone up by about 1 1/4 64ths, which is not ideal, but it's playable. So here's the J&D as it stands. It's got the stock strings, the EMGs have gone into it, rear pickup, the bass amp has got just the mids turned down. So this is the basic tone, but look at the problem with it. If I hold it there, it's falling away, yeah? So the idea is, will a higher mass bridge, as it did on the Squirer and as it has done on the SX, will it pull it back a bit and make it slightly easier to play? So the sort of tone that I'm getting in a minute from the bridge and the setup is, and it's always wanting to fall away from you. So as you sort of lift away, you can feel it moving, and it's really off-putting. So when people talk about guitars and the feel, this is something that wouldn't normally be so extreme to come across in a video, but that's the idea. Also from Warman, I got the pickups, which I'm going to try on the Spirit bass in a minute, jazz pickups. But one thing that Warman says, I got it off eBay, and they suggest if you go direct, it's cheaper. Yeah, the reason I got it off eBay is because my company gives me some money at the minute for being a good boy. And it has to be spent on eBay, so that's the only reason I went there. But do yourself a favor and go direct, and they're very quick, much quicker. So this is the new pickup, which I'm going to try and hear in a minute, and I'm going to have to route or at least chisel a bit out, but I'll do that on a separate video. So at the moment I'm going to concentrate on this, and we're going to get the bridge put in, and then we'll put the reposition on and see how it sounds. So I'll be back a bit later. So J&D did that right, so let's put that in position. And we'll put another one in position, just hand tighten it. Yeah, that's okay. One in the middle, where's it gone? Oh yeah, the lengths, at least between here and there, between the saddle and the back of the bridge, were fairly similar. So I think Warman, either the manufacturer or Warman itself, set the thing up a little bit. It's not too bad, but obviously the proof is when we come to set it up directly, we might hear that it's way out, but that's why we have adjustment. So let's flip the screwdriver around, get it in position. Oh, wrong way around. There we are. Starting to go in. Just went down a little bit. Middle one in. That's it. And we've got the torque setting on. We don't want to over tighten the screws. So the middle one is going to be the pivot. Get that closer. One-handed. So what's that like for movement? That's pretty solid. It's got a little bit of movement, but I think that's about right. What I should have done is I've done in the others is to put the tape around it to give me some idea of where the bridge came off. But to be fair, other than aesthetics, I don't think it really makes that much difference, because after all, you are going to set the lengths. I don't know about this brass and zinc and stuff like that. I was a shock physicist, believe it or not, so I do know about sound speeds and material properties and stuff like that. Theoretically can make a difference, but to the dominant initial part, I think it's fine. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stick the billies in, Billy Sheenan's, and we'll see how we get on with that, and then we'll check the heights. So even before I put the strings on, it's a little bit better, but it's not brilliant. It's not terrible. Oh, I've got the strap locks on order as well, yeah, so they're going to go in there so I can play it in the standing position, and that's a bit better. I'm not touching it here, no hand, so it can balance better. The strings I don't think will make that much to it. I mean, maybe they'll make it more massive at this end, who knows, we'll find that out. But you know, it's not going to be quite as marked as the Fender bridge. So if you're looking for the difference between, say, a £10 bridge versus a 40 upwards, I mean, sometimes you get them for 20 from Germany, but the shipping is £20 as well. So £40 in Britain, £80 for the official part. It's the same part, it's just a different manufacturer, a different supplier. Then it is better. I mean, this is balancing. I don't feel that it's going to move, but if I push it a little bit forward, of course, it's going to neck dive yet. So it has made a difference. Let's find out what difference it makes to the tone or whatever. Okay, so we got the strings on, the Billy Sheehan strings, and I was making a bit of a hash up, so I found it easy to do it off camera. If I turn it around in my mind, I get the direction wrong. If I put it this way around, you twist away from yourself. So we got this on 440 Hertz tuner. So let's put the B string in first. It says we're on a C. And we're looking for the lights. And once you've got it in, you give it a little bit of a stretch. Oh, you see it went down. Now, the reason is because when you've wound it on to one of the reasons is you've wound it onto the peg at the top, and it's not very precise, it's not very tight. So that's just sorting itself out. So we've got 3 lights there, that's good. So we'll move on to the next string. And this is going to take a few days to settle down. That sounds nice. Now let's see what interesting. It thinks it's a C or a G. Let's see what kind of job. So on the 12th fret, so we're 2 flat, which means that we're 2 long, so we have to come back a little bit. D up to tune. Same there. That's not bad. That needs a little bit more. That's spot on. I don't know what it's coming through like in the audio, but in the room these are really nice sounding strings. Now we put the truss, check the truss rod, because what I found with Billy's strings on the other bass is that they weren't as tight. He uses a slightly strange tension in the strings, so we want 12 thousandths with a capo on the 1st fret. We want 12 thousandths at the 8th fret. So we get our gauges out until we find a 12 thousandth. There it is, that one there. Hold it down at the neck joint, and you find the 9, and you just go to the fret just to. I take my glass off for this because it's close work. That's a bit too straight. So that's not 12. If you have it too straight, then you can get fret buzz, and you know, you've only got yourself to blame for that. But if you like that sound, you know, people blame cheap guitars, it's the setup. It's slightly tighter than 10, Let's try 8/1000 of an inch. Let's try 6. It's about 6/1000 of an inch, which is half the normal height. Let's see what it's like for fret out. I think you'd agree there's not a lot of buzz coming off that, at least the way I'm playing it there. That's incredible for a £125 guitar. The fretwork on this guitar, apart from the slightly sharp edges which I dealt with a file, is quite incredible. It's better than most I've had. You see it's kind of balancing against my belly. Put it like that, a little bit more there. It's a bit better than it was. So this is a lot better. That's really nice. Ooh. Trying to get a nice snap there. I'm not very good at the pop. Let's put it on something that I quite like to listen to. Bear with me a second. Let's put it on one of my settings. So this should be quite ballsy. Bearing in mind I've just got the neck pickup on at the minute. Tone all the way up, and on the amp the parametric EQ is turned down the mids. There's a lot of output on that. That's really... So let's try what I'm looking for, this sort of sound. Oh, a bit quiet, turn it one up. That a lot. This guitar is now really nice. I love the colour. I'm shallow, but I love the colour, even though I'm colourblind. The EMG pickups are beautiful. We see why it was so rubbish, because there was never even a connection to the... Actually, I'm talking rubbish here. There probably was a connection, but some moron, namely me, took all the pickups out and replaced it. So likely it probably was there and I ripped it out. So I take that back, yeah. I can't do that. The bridge is making the bass slightly more balanced, 2 hands, so I really like that. I have no idea if it's affecting the tone. By the time I've stuck it through one of these pedals, I kind of don't care as long as I get some articulation. And these strings, and I've got quite a lot of dynamic range there. I can play the soft one. A little bit of string buzz, but as we said, it's at 6/1000. So probably what I'll do is I'll put that to 12/1000 with a truss rod adjustment. When you do that, always loosen the strings. I know some people don't bother, but the access on these things is normally pretty bad, and if you're not careful, you'll bend your beautiful new Billy Sheehan's that you spent £20–30 on. And don't be that guy, because that's really bad news. But it's almost like a fretless there. put it on straight again. Front pickup. That's lovely. So I've got really soft noise, and I can get a bit of attack. Do you like with a pick? Have I got a pick somewhere? I'm sure I've got a pick somewhere. Yep. Is that the one I want? This will do. Little tiny pick if I can pick it up. There we are. Let's try this. That's nice. Let's try and get this in the right place. Actually, what's quite nice with these things, maybe I can't do it that well, but it's got a little drum machine on it. If I can get it. I like that. Okay, I'll stop there. The net thing is the Warman bridge, I think it was about £8. Sometimes they're £15. It depends who you buy them off. It's balancing. I'm much happier with this. I feel much happier to play it. It will be obviously better with the strap. Actually, I didn't check the string height. Let me just do that very quickly. There we are. So at the 12th, it's 5/64, 5, 4, 5. So it hasn't made any difference to the string height for me here. This is a bonus compared to the Fender bridge. Is it as good as the Fender bridge? No, it's not as good quality. But from my perspective, where I'm using some sort of something to colour the sound anyway, so I mean the pickups still sound good. Yeah, I'm not good enough to do like some guys do to get, but that's good enough for me for what I want to play in the church. The EMGs are cool. This is a really lovely bass now, so thank you, a combination of J&D for the basic material, EMG especially for the pickups and the quietness. The knobs, I need to get some 6mm shaft knobs. I got the wrong ones, so they're on order. Then I can put some on. Warman for the bridge, Billy Sheenan, and therefore rotor sounds for the strings. Zoom B14X are making a lovely box. So thank you for watching and hope you found this useful. Cheers, bye. Okay, I said it was the final bit, but there's a bit more. Basically, when I plugged it back in, the bridge saddle was right at the edge of its travel sort of thing, waiting to pop out, and it still hadn't intonated properly. And I realised after a while that I had put the bridge in slightly skew width, so obviously it's pulling it away a bit more, a bit longer. I would have needed longer bridge screws. There is enough space just about to go a bit further, so the screws that Warman give are a little bit short for the application, but now hopefully put it in the screen. Hopefully you can see the lights going on and off on the tuner. So we got 3 lights on the D, 3 on there, just about. A, so to the A. 3 lights on the A, 3 there. 3 on the E, 3 on the E. So it's taken a little while for they're still settling in, but it would have been better if I'd have taped around the edge like I've done in the past to get me some idea of the rectangle where it's coming from. So I didn't follow my own tips and I suffered the price, but you know, I could have stayed where it was, but it was niggling me, and just a little bit more effort and now it's fine. You can see the intonation is as good as I'm going to get it on this guitar. These are nice strings. I've got to find a screw I lost, but I know it's here somewhere in the garage. If anyone saw it drop, let me know. But yeah, okay, good fun, and thank you for watching.